Hello, I'm Jamie.
Hello, I'm Mark, and it's time for another episode of Through the Garden Gate. It's just after 7:30. It's time for another episode of Through the Garden Gate. Let's see if everybody's in and about. See if we can get Jamie in.
Hello. You all right? I'm just still doing some jobs in the plot.
Never on time.
No.
You're running down the lane
today.
again.
You weren't on time today either.
I can be forgiven for that.
Where are you today?
Somewhere different today, aren't I?
Yeah. You got a new dog.
Looks a bit like your dog. In fact, this looks a bit like your little allotment.
Jamie's little allotment. What do you mean?
Getting echoey.
Hello.
Hello. So we thought, as it's 1 year of Through the Garden Gate, I'd drive to Jamie's and we'd do Through the Garden Gate together.
I wonder if I can. What about if I try and prop my phone up like that?
Is that going to get really echoey?
Will it not work? So Marc has just literally driven from Lincoln all the way to mine.
And Joe's right, you are only just inside Norfolk. I was in Lincolnshire for the last hour and 40 minutes. And then I crossed the border into Norfolk. That's weird, I can see myself.
Does that work?
Possibly. Slightly echoey.
Is it?
It's making weird noises.
Oh God.
Calm down.
I'll kick myself out.
Oh, can I kick you out?
No.
Kick him out.
Kick myself out.
There you go, kick Jamie out.
None of my measly followers will be able to find me.
It'll say that you're live with me. Oh no, it won't.
They won't, because I'm off. Hello.
Hello.
Right.
Not too bad.
Yeah. Look at us together.
Some unique experiences on
Strange, isn't it?
I passed a lot of greenhouses. There's a lot of greenhouses in Lincolnshire.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And I saw my first ever cabbage in Lincolnshire growing in a field.
So you are cabbage boy?
So I am cabbage boy now, because I've actually seen a cabbage in Lincolnshire.
Fantastic. So this is Jamie's little allotment?
Yeah, there's the famous leeks that everybody sees behind your head over there.
Definitely.
And the dogs off in the distance.
Dogs are disappearing.
I saw chickens roaming.
Chickens are there, yeah.
Free roaming around.
Literally, Marc pulled up, had a wee, then we came down. So he hasn't even seen Jamie's little allotment yet.
No time for garden tours.
We've got the sun right in our face. I can't even see. Oh, I might even be able to see
Comments.
Comments.
Yeah, you get comments for a change. Usually you can't see the comments because it breaks.
It'd be better if that sun goes down a little bit.
It'll set behind those trees in a minute, won't it?
A year? What are you on about, a year?
It's a year. A year of Through the Garden Gate.
Wow.
Where's that time gone?
Not quite 52.
No.
What, we're about 48?
This is number 49.
49. So we did have a couple of weeks off for Christmas.
Yeah, and 1 week off for something else as well. I can't remember. Is that fox? Is that your dog?
That's the dog. Fox
They do look like foxes. There's 2 foxes over there. No, it's Jamie's dogs. What a spot. You really are in the back of beyond.
It's all right, isn't it?
You pass all this civilization and then you're in the middle of nowhere, in the fens.
Mm. So, you're not the fens, no.
Well, I crossed the fens to
you
get
did cross the fens. You have to, through Wisbeach.
over a swing bridge. At Sutton Bridge.
Sutton Bridge, Swing
That's
Bridge,
quite
yeah,
fancy.
that is fancy, yes. Very old.
Does it still move?
Yeah, it's a pain in the backside when it does.
Takes 3 hours.
It takes forever.
Somebody cranking it.
Yeah. It's really weird because I can hear you right next to me and not through that.
I know, it's weird, isn't it?
Very strange.
He's there. Not in a little cube up
I
here.
can't actually see because the sun's right in my eyeballs.
Are we facing the wrong way that you usually do?
No, I'm normally over there.
Should we turn so we're not in the sun?
Do you want to go over there?
Moving.
Do you want to sit on the plank with me?
Yeah.
Come on.
Swap sides. We'll walk the plank together.
Ta-da! I can see everything now. A bit closer, my glasses aren't very good. Joe's there. Hi, Joe. I can see everybody. Evening. Look who's in James' little allotment. Oh, it's brilliant.
Trouble is about. There's your broken sunflower.
I know, gutted. Absolutely gutted. The chickens are in the garden. Sorry.
Uh-oh.
No.
James let the chickens in. He's going to chase the chickens away.
Oh, dear. They're eating my chicory.
We don't want no chickens eating chicory. Dogs are helping. Good evening, everybody. Who else have we got on?
Oh. I ain't going to get them out.
That's it. The veg's getting decimated.
There's 3 in here. I can't get them out now. They run me ragged.
Oh dear. I've caused destruction in
It's all been a bit of a...
How do they get in then?
Oh,
that gate.
Big gate open. Oops. Oh, dear. It's the first time I've ever been in here in over a year now.
And it's my fault.
Terrible, terrible.
So if Jamie gets no veg now, it's not the slug's fault. It's not moss and brambles' fault.
Chicken's fault. Look there, that 3 rows of parsnips did not appear.
The carrots did they?
Carrots did.
I've got about 3 carrots. Beautiful dahlias, look.
Dahlias here, look at that. Absolutely stunning.
Tomatoes.
Oh, I can't.
Snap that whole thing off.
That's not.
And squash. You can see the
Squash is looking good.
Like mine.
Lots of beans. Look at them sword beans there. Snake beans, rubbish. Catherine, again. Sorry.
Bit of a failure, those snake beans, weren't they?
Oh, definitely.
Hard work.
I can't make them do anything. Not a thing. Look at them chickens. They're loving the chicory. Look. She grows veg chicory. Do you know how much the seeds are for that?
Is it the rose, the stuff that's supposed to be pink?
There's 3 different ones.
Yeah, they're not cheap, are they?
No, it's all going to be gone now. Never mind. Never mind. Chickens will be happy.
I'll go back in soon. It'll get dark, and then we can shut the gate.
Yeah, they'll be all right. They'll be all right. What have you been doing at work? Anything?
Weeding, watering, lots today. It's been so warm. Sprinkler moving every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
To try and get everything watered. Put drip lines on here and there. But yeah, mostly just weeding and barking or wood chipping.
Oh, still going with that.
Still going with that. The pile's still huge. Messing around with lawn mowers when they fall off the edge of lawns because I've re-edged the lawn.
Oh.
So
A bit too short.
Well, I've just where on the edge of the lawn we've had moles in, and they've like lost the edge of the lawn, so I had to re-edge it.
Yeah.
And then the mower slipped off because it's slightly smaller than what it was. So it had a bit of a tantrum, but it's sorted now.
Hello, Nick. It's really weird not hearing anything coming out of the screen.
I know.
It's really
It's like, are we actually on Instagram?
I know, is everybody
or are we
there?
We're just talking to ourselves in your garden.
It is really strange.
Is Joe in?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joe's there. Could have Joe in. Well, I've been doing a lot in here, really. Nothing. This time of year, I think it's all doing what it should do, isn't it?
Watering.
Just I water either, mostly evenings. And that's it. I had my hoe out the other day. I'd done a bit of hoeing between some lettuces over there. And that's it. It kind of helps itself this time of year. Tempting to tame the tomato jungle in the greenhouse, but It's just nuts. You've got to keep really on top of that.
They soon go wild, don't they? And when I did mine the other day, it was like, have I just forgotten about them?
Kim's here. Hi, Kim.
Hi, Kim.
I can see comments, everybody. You can...
A dog.
That's Moss. Baby Moss. Look at him.
It's nice to have a well-behaved dog on the podcast for a change, not one that barks at me every 5 minutes for not throwing the ball.
He'll be in the river in a minute. There's a stream down there.
Come and shake.
He loves it. He loves a kiss as well. Oh, he'll be pulling carrots up, won't you, little bugger?
And broad beans.
Little bugger. He's a good boy, really. Good boy. Let's talk guests.
Tonight's guest.
Yes.
I need to do an intro.
Should do. What your book?
Blue one.
Sure. Marc's got 2 books. I have
Two books.
no books. Marc has 2
One
books.
with guests in, one with lightning round questions.
Oh.
So tonight's guest has 2 great loves, gardening and baking.
Mm.
She was a contestant on series 13 of the Great British Bake Off and the Christmas Bake Off in 2023. She has amazing pink and purple hair. It is, of course, Carole Edwards, also known as Compost Carole.
Mm.
Let's get her in.
Except that, Carole. Go away, dogs.
Hi,
George.
Hi, George. George wanted to come with me, actually.
Did he? Yeah.
Hello,
Hello.
boys.
Good evening.
We can hear somebody. It's real.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm all right, thank you.
Good.
Tad bit warm, but yeah.
Oh, we can't moan, can
No,
we?
we can't. We only moan if it rains, and we always moan when it's hot.
Oh,
So
No.
And then we want it to rain because the gardens are dry.
yeah, well, I think we're getting some Thursday.
Yes, definitely. I had a look earlier. We're definitely getting some Thursday.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. And that, but it's like, yeah, but keep watering. We're on a water meter, and it's like, oh, I don't want to water too much.
Yeah, just the bare minimum.
Yeah, they get used to it.
Hmm. Look, I got him to turn up at my house.
Yes, I've been watching it. Yes.
First time ever.
Yo, we should have had a tour.
He cut it too late. He turned up here at 7:26.
Oh dear, oh dear. Dear, oh
It was
dear.
tight. It was almost from the car.
Well, thank you for having me on your podcast, on your live.
Podcast live, yeah.
Yeah, through the.
No, thank you for accepting.
Yeah, through the looking glass.
So you managed to get a signal then?
It is here, but if we go walkies, I might lose you.
Oh.
So we could try it.
Yeah, we'd love to
just see.
have a little look if we could. That'd be brilliant.
All right
Shall we
then.
have
So I'll just.
Look first and then have a chat, or
Yeah,
should we have a chat?
let's
have a look first.
I can't turn it rank. Yes, I can.
Yeah.
Yeah, there should be the arrows.
That's it.
Right.
So
I
whereabouts are you in the country?
Sorry.
Whereabouts are you?
In what? In my garden? No, I'm in Sherborne, in Dorset,
Ah,
and that's my favourite flower, the agapanthus,
lovely.
and peonies. But yeah, I've got a good view.
Oh,
Look at that.
unbelievable.
But the thing is,
That's what your view is.
because I had to have a hip
That's
replacement in
unbelievable.
March, the garden is not as good as it should be. We chucked in these pot marigolds and lots of cosmos because they're a good filler. But yeah, we got another little seating area there.
Oh,
Yeah.
lovely.
The band gunner.
Oh, that's nice.
We can't have a gunner anymore, innit? You can't buy them.
No,
In our
Can't really?
they're banned.
they're banned.
Are they really?
But
Yeah.
if you've got one already, you're allowed it.
Why? Is that because they're so
Invasive, supposedly, but
don't they die down in the winter?
yeah,
Oh,
but they spread along
Nice.
waterways.
Nice.
Oh, look at that.
nice little hydrangea.
Beautiful.
But yeah,
flower.
this is a high maintenance thing. It's the thing of my husband hates it. because it's such a high maintenance. We've had problems with seagulls, herons. That's why it's doubly netted now. And we've had to take that waterfall, I don't know if it's a bit dark, isn't it? Apart twice, because we did have leaks everywhere. We did have a leak for the gunnerer, but now it's artificially with the hose pipe. I don't know if you can see that hose pipe to feed the gunnerer, because he's a big boy now. He needs a lot of water. So, yeah. So this is the view, like, from the kitchen window.
Wow.
You can't get better than that.
So that's the dining area. We're going to be doing something down here next year. It's barbecue cooking area.
Yeah.
We've got to tidy this up and that. But it's a plum tree. It's a hell of a bloody mess.
Oh, nice.
Absolutely beautiful.
Like I said, it's usually a lot better than this, but it'll do. It'll do. Got an apple tree. And then you were on about tomatoes just now. I've got tomato Armageddon going on.
Have you?
So in my mangers, I didn't plant any flowers this year because I want to do a lot of cooking with tomatoes and dehydrating them and that. So I used one called Roma, and it's blight resistant because, you know, out here I do get a lot of blight, and you don't need to side shoot them, but there's kind of like the triffids here. It's like, and then in the greenhouse there's another. I'm gonna walk across the garden. My fruit, like you said, give it a week, and it all. Have I lost you? I've lost you.
No, we're here. We're here.
Oh, right. So yeah, it's yeah, it's they the triffids in there.
Oh, I know.
And there's just a cucumber.
You've only got
in there.
to turn your back, haven't you? Turn your back for a day or two, and it's just nuts.
Yeah.
Going through the roof.
Yeah. But yeah, this is the veg garden. I want to do raised beds in here eventually for my dotage, so it's an easier thing to look after. And we got butternut squash. And what butternut courgettes, of course, runner beans, lady die, because I like that one. And I've started growing. Going to put up hedge of blackcurrants because you can't buy blackcurrants. And then I've got a nice big wisteria, which is an absolute, and that goes into this. And I've got an acer up there, and I've had this acer since maybe 30 years, because I was worked in a nursery, and they were snapping these, chucking these acers away, and they were just snapping them in half and chucking them in the skip. So I rescued it. So
your signal's going now, Carole.
And he's there. No capsis. That's another thing that needs taming down this weekend. But if you cut too much off, it's going to flower. But yeah, it's usually lots of hanging baskets out here, but because we were away, because trying to get them all watered and finding somebody to water it all, it isn't funny. So yeah, there's lots of nests up there in that. See, one up there. There's another one up there. Pigeon's nest.
Wisteria, yeah.
But yeah, I'm usually I'm a perfectionist, so everything's usually...
Look at the squash.
The other, poor husband had to, I said, put the onions in, so he was just chucking them in. Well, they've come up nice. They are quite good, but they are a bit pickledy, but they are quite good. I said, you're putting them too deep. But I got lots of potatoes and that. I'm still picking earlies.
Me too.
Yeah, I've still got some.
And I've got the worms coming, trying to, I've had a lot of problems with slugs.
Yeah.
Got great big,
I haven't even.
Haven't we all?
nice big strawberry bed, picking a 1.5 kilos a day when it was full season. So I've frozen them, so I'm going to be making jam with all that.
Yeah.
Compost Carole's jam.
Lovely.
But yeah, I've got all right behind the greenhouse there. There's lupin plants and peonies ready for next year. So I don't want to plant them too young because I made a mistake in this bed. I bought a lot of different kinds of agapanthus and it cost me a lot of money.
Yeah.
And for some reason they just died. Not last year, year before. So yeah.
I haven't had any come back this year. I must have had, not let's say any, I must have had six or seven, and none have come through this year at all.
No. Well, they did seed themselves a lot in the greenhouse, but I started buying all the different varieties, the black ones and the boy ones, and But after that, it was just the big ones that they've got bigger, and they're like a statement. The big statement ones will be all right.
Yeah.
But, yeah. And lots of seaweed. Got to give them seaweed.
It's the best stuff.
Oh,
well, nearly the best.
I've lost you. Oh, there you go.
You hear us?
Couldn't hear what you were saying.
Yeah, seaweed. Seaweed's good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
There's
Lost
quite a
that.
few people that are saying the agapanthus haven't done anything this year.
Yeah.
No, and I didn't get a peony flower. No peony flowers.
Oh wow.
Really weird.
So, too wet?
Yeah, I'd say too wet. They do like to be warm in spring, and it's just quite drab, hasn't it?
Wet and horrible.
Yeah, I got about 4 decent sized plants, but nothing come of them.
No.
Have you moved them recently?
No.
No.
Planted them. No. I planted them. They've been in there. We've been here 7 years.
Wow.
So so we planted them then. So that because they've got to like a place to flower, haven't they?
Yeah.
They've got to like it, and of course the crown's got to be just on the soil level. Don't plant it too deep.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'll be the spring being so
wet,
and so cold.
Yeah.
Like that early sunshine to get them going nicely.
Mm.
Yeah. But yeah, it's my.
I just heard you say you used to work in a nursery then.
I've worked in lots of nurseries.
Yeah.
I started in horticulture when I was about 8. So I used to grow all the bedding plants and sell them to my neighbours. When I lived at home with that, my parents. Yeah. And then I left school and I started on the parks department for the local district council.
Oh wow!
District council, yeah. I went to college and did started with my sitting guilds, went all the way up. I've got my diploma in RHS diploma, and I had my own little garden centre. I've been a manager of a garden centre. I've been head gardener. I've done it all. My favourite is propagating, though. I love propagating. Love that.
Yeah.
And then I kind of fell out of love with it, and I thought, I don't know if I want to do this. And then I ended up being a postie for 15 years.
Did you?
Wow.
Still outside.
So you get to look at everybody else's garden.
Yeah. So that did me knees in. I had to have a knee replacement 10 years ago. So I can't really kneel down as such, and I couldn't do the 8 miles walking for a postie, so I had to give that up and do something more sedate, and ended up in a bleeding supermarket. So and then the baking started. Yeah. But I got to say, but don't tell Paul Hollywood, that gardening is my first passion. It is. There's nothing like it when you walk into a greenhouse and it's just been freshly watered. The smell.
It's
like, yeah.
Wonderful.
I just love the tomato smell.
Yeah.
In and amongst the tomatoes, a nice warm greenhouse is just the best smell.
Yeah.
Love
it. And freshly cut grass.
Yeah.
Oh, comes back to me. Yeah. But yeah, it's I wish I was still fit enough. I can puddle around here quite well, but I've been offered gardening jobs too recently, but I thought, no, I can't do it. I can't physically do it. You know, my son comes and does, you know, helps me a lot with the big stuff.
Yeah.
And my husband and that, all the landscaping that's got to be done here. But yeah, we've done quite a bit here in the last 3 years. We did the house. Oh, let's go that way a bit. So we put a big extension on there.
Oh, lovely. Look at that.
Back in
wow.
2018. And then that took a couple of years to build and do and everything. And then we started on the garden. But yeah.
Looks beautiful.
Yeah, so it's a proper barbecue garden.
That's what you want.
Yeah.
Party pad.
Yeah.
And
Right, yeah. They all come here. The bakers love it here. They all come down. They all come down. But the only trouble is because it's on a hill, it does get a little bit windy during the winter.
Oh, I bet it does.
Yeah.
Get cold wind.
Proper wind, yeah. And because we're near livestock, like the sheep down there, you do get the odd fly, quite a lot of them. But yeah.
So, obviously your name's Carole.
Yeah.
Where's Compost Carole come from?
So, we got bloody pigeon now. So my husband is a presenter for the local community radio station here called Abbey FM.
Okay.
And about 2021, 2020, it was COVID then, yeah. I said, I'd try and do a little gardening slot. Only about 5 minutes long, just giving hints and tips of what's got to be done in the garden that week and everything.
Yeah.
And then another presenter said, no, you've got to come with me with this one because I've got a magazine program, whereas Michael, he's got like a pop program. Yeah. So I ended up working with Big Al with this, and we come up with the name of Compost Carole. Now, Compost Carole is a fictitious character that lives at the bottom of the garden in a compost bin. So he used to go down and say, he used to lift up the lid, and I used to do all my spiel and everything, and we used to have a little bit of banter, and he used to say, right, here's your pickled egg and your chocolate biscuit, and I'll see you next week. But he got diagnosed with motor neurons disease, and that was hard. That was hard seeing him. It took about 1.5 years from diagnosis to his passing. And he still was recording, he was still doing his radio shows right up until 2 weeks before he died.
Oh my goodness.
And all he could do is move his finger, or was it his thumb? It was one of it. And that's all he could move. I mean, we all kind of all helped in the end, you know, pressing buttons and doing stuff.
Yeah.
Like, that was so sad, you know. And then at that time, I was being interviewed and auditioned for a Bake Off, so I never did go back and do all the radio stuff again because like Bake Off took off. So yeah, I just kept the name.
Yeah, that's a good segue straight into Bake Off then. Tell us about that. Wow.
Yeah.
Exciting.
Well, me and my husband, we were a bit bored one Sunday afternoon. It was raining. So I said, I fancy, let's audition for Bake Off. He went, what? I used to make the odd cake, you know. I used to cook for the family when they used to come round on it Sundays and that, you know. There was always loads of puddings and cakes. And anyway, sent in this video, and they must have liked it because the researcher phoned up, and he was talking to me for about 1.5 hours. You know, I was making him laugh. And they said, because that was the times of COVID, it was like just getting out of COVID, so everything was on Zoom. So we had to do an audition piece, and it was a biscuit sculpture, I remember. And they all loved that, asking me questions. And they said, well, if we like you, we're going to put you through to a screen test. And half an hour later, it was a screen test. And then 2 weeks later, after that, said, we like you. Can you come for the second audition? So you had to go away for that. You had to go in, do a technical, a pretend technical, and take 2 bakes. One was a pastry, I think, and one was a 1-tiered cake. they're all very ornate. You know, mine had fairies and logs and mushrooms and ivy and everything. and then, just in case you haven't baked it, you get interviewed again by about 8 different people. You get a medical there. Oh, it was loads of stuff. And then they said, I come away from that, I thought, this, you know, I don't care if I don't get any further. I got to do this. And then a couple of weeks later, they phoned up, said, right, you even got to see a psychiatrist. Yeah. Well, you don't see, it was on Zoom, you know, to see if you could cope with everything, you know. And then you don't get long. And then we were told, it was in the March, got told. And we started filming in the 1st of May. And then we just, only March, April, May, we only had 6 weeks to do all the briefs, to practice everything. And then, you know, you're trying to work too, and the people's got kids, you know, it's quite hard. It's very, very hard. I think that was the most stressful bit, because I nearly cracked. I thought, I can't do this.
Really? Because that intense?
Yeah, intense. Because I was here, my husband works away from home too. So I had to, like, do everything, you know, think about, and all the washing up, think about what I'm doing, because there's half the stuff I didn't even know. I mean, if you did watch my season, it was very controversial with the different bakes. Now they've kind of slimmed it all back and gone back to traditional stuff. But then, you know, I not got in trouble, but like the guacamole, wasn't it, when I was peeling an avocado. And in my defence, it wasn't right. It wasn't right. So yeah, it was a lot of that was stress, because you knew there was another 11 people out there going through the same thing as you, and you couldn't talk to them. So that's why you got that special bond. So, we're all friends. Yeah, we've all got, you know, we're all keeping contact. And then sadly, Dawn, the one that was my age, she sadly died 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Really sad.
Yeah, I went to the funeral last week, but yeah, that was hard, because me and Dawn clicked. You know, we spent a lot of time together. She used to come on down here, and you know, loved this place.
Yeah,
that was hard, but
it's a shame.
Yeah.
Okay.
It just proves you've got to live life.
Definitely. You never know.
If anyone's got any questions for Carole about Bake Off or gardening, just stick them up or put them in the question mark box, and we'll find them. But I've always thought, I know we should be talking about gardening, but I love Bake Off as well. So you obviously know beforehand about 2 of the tasks.
Yeah.
And it's just the what's that?
Yeah, balloons.
What was the balloon about?
I didn't touch anything. What was the balloon?
It's just the
technical.
The technical you don't know about. Yeah.
No, definitely not. No.
So you've practiced the other 2.
Yeah, you can practice the other 2, but then you don't get long. You only get, I shouldn't really be saying this because I'll get killed. You only get 3 days to practice that episode.
Oh, really?
Yeah, only, and then you've got to go on to the next, because you're going to run out of days, because you've got to practice the whole lot, just in case you do get up to the final. Okay. So the poor bugger, poor person that goes out first, like poor Will, he's had to do the whole thing.
All of them.
Yeah.
And then he only gets to do 2.
Yeah.
Oh, right, I see.
Yeah.
So you get told what the whole lot is. How many is there? 10? 12? 11?
It's 10 episodes, isn't it? So you don't get to know the final one. You don't get to know the final. Only the first 9 episodes.
And then you get, 3 days to practice all of them?
And then filming, you got to think,
wow.
Now they film at the weekends and send them home during the week so they can practice and that. But we were doing 2 days filming is one episode. They get a day off, but it wasn't really a day off because you were blocking and stuff down in the tent. Then you film another episode in 2 days, and then you get this other so-called day off. And it went on like that. We did 4 episodes on the straight, just like that. There was no practicing, and you're so tired. You know, the older ones are tired because you're starting at 4 o'clock in the morning. Well, you know, I'm washing my hair at 4 o'clock, makeup on by you're on the bus by 5:45, so it's another half an hour to the tent because you don't stay near the tent, and then do all your pre stuff, you're making sure you've got everything ready for the filming, and then you've got all your vox pops and stuff, you know, all the little videos you've got to do. And then you could still be filming 8-9 o'clock that night, and then back on the bus, go back, have a shower, something to eat, 12 o'clock, and it all starts again at 4, and you're not sleeping because you're worried if you're in between, like if you had a bad day, like.
Yeah.
No, I usually did.
There's always something I've wondered. Do they tell you to wear the same clothes the next day?
Yeah, it's because it's consistent. No,
Continuity.
that's the one. That's the word.
Half the time they tell you the next day. We know it's the next day, but
I don't
every time I've ever seen it, the next day everyone wears exactly the same clothes.
It's either you buy double, which you can't afford to do,
No.
or you just stink. You smell. Or you have a good old try and wash it a bit. You know, if you've got chocolate on you or something. But yeah, it's a bit grubby the next day. But because you're in the zone and you've got, you know, you're all stressed out, you kind of forget. You just don't hug people much.
You're hugging on the first day.
Lots of turkey.
Yeah. But yeah, it's it was a proper experience. Yeah, it has certainly changed my life.
I bet it has.
And
So
I would be doing this, would I?
No.
No.
What's Paul Hollywood like in person then?
He's got to get used to you. I think first of all he was quiet, and especially he just come back from Mexico, went on the first week of filming, and it was bleeding cold in that tent. It was really cold, and he was a bit grumpy. But he soon warmed to you. You know, the further you got in the competition, he got used to you, and you could make a joke, and you knew what he liked and stuff. You know.
Yeah.
But there was, you know, there's a lot of people in that tent. I mean, when you watch it, how many people do you actually think that in that tent when we're filming?
Well, you only ever see
the bakers
and 4 people.
Yeah, because everything is taken from the side. You don't see that main gantry, that main thing. There could be up to 100 people in that tent.
Good God.
Because you've got, each baker's got like a cameraman and a sound man and a story producer. And then you've got all the food techs and all their runners. You've got the floor managers and stuff. And then you've got all the hanger-oners and you've got the photographers. And yeah, it's incredible.
Amazing. They all managed to stay behind the camera.
Yeah. Oh, and then when it's food time, yay, out comes the forks.
I bet it's like a swarm, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's to eat cake.
Yeah. Oh, they don't starve. They certainly don't starve.
Not Noel pocketing.
Yeah. Oh, he's fun.
I bet
he's fun.
He's great.
You couldn't get a word in edgeways with him. No. Matt's a bit quieter, but he's lovely.
Yeah.
For some reason, every time he used to come and talk to me, he used to chop my finger off, do something. I don't know why, I don't know. And then because I could do the Christmas one, I met with Alison, and she's lovely.
Oh, yeah.
She is just like that off the screen, you know. Hello, and she is loud. They were doing a vox pop somewhere, and she was by the tent, and she was laughing and going. You could hear a cameraman or somebody shout, "Shut up!" Because you could hear her cackling. But overall, yeah, it was the Christmas one was a lot less stress. Still only had a couple of weeks to prepare, but it was a little bit more relaxed.
Not as much pressure.
Yeah, I like that one. Yeah.
And that was not in COVID times then, wasn't it? Because that was only.
That's right. Yeah. That was filmed last July. Yeah, this time last year.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So
before Bake Off, you didn't do a great deal of baking. You did some before Bake Off.
Oh yeah. Just lots of birthday cakes. I prefer to decorate a cake than make it.
Yeah.
But you've got to make it before you can decorate
it. Yeah. But since then, you do a lot more now. Do you still?
Yeah. I'm not. I used to be afraid of a lot of things. You know, I can't try that. That looks too difficult. But nothing phases me now. You know, you just read through the recipe and kind of break it down in stages. And if it does turn out, you know, it's substance over style. You know, as long as it tastes all right. You know, that's you don't want to serve up raw batter or raw pastry.
Really not.
Do you?
Go on, say it.
You don't want a soggy.
No, that's right. Yeah.
And you've also now got many bakers on speed dial that if you've got any questions, you can just give one of your friends a ring and say, should it be like this?
Yeah, and of course that's going back to Dawn. She was my cake guru. I mean, she went on that show, tried 10 times, and she got on there in the end.
Wow.
And she was so technically minded. She knew more than all of us because it's like we all went to her about stuff, you know. And even after, you know, we'd always like messaging her or FaceTiming her, saying, "What I done with me cream?" and you know. But yeah.
Are you making somebody a vegan pink and purple cake soon? Phobo Bright.
Oh yes, I am. Yes. I've got to make this pink cake, wear pink clothes with pink hair, and walk through a pink door. Yeah. She's a photographer, a professional photographer.
Right.
And she enters all these big competitions and she wins.
Oh, brilliant. So,
on one of her subjects, I think. I'll do it soon. You have to tell me when.
Sounds ace.
Like, yeah, I'm trying to crack in because I was diagnosed with a severe intolerance to gluten recently. So that's kind of changed everything. So I'm trying to. I can cook gluten free, and it tastes like normal. You know, normal with wheat. You know, there's no difference. But yeah, it's something I'm trying to crack into. I'm doing some artesian markets when I get round to it. Yeah. But it's been a few hard weeks really. What with the hip replacement in Dawn, and then I had another friend die within 24 hours of Dawn. It's all been a bit crazy, really. Yeah.
So Joe's sent us a question.
Yeah.
If you could only cook with one item from your garden, fruit, veg, herb, what would it be?
Ooh, apples. You can do a lot with apples. Dorset apple cake for one. Yeah, it's probably apples. Or tomatoes. Yeah, there's a lot. Yeah, it's quite a lot. It's quite a lot. Yeah, it's quite a lot. But yeah, you mean like with the carrots, you could be making carrot cake. I didn't do any carrots this year because we're on like a quarry. It's quarry over there, and it's so stony. As soon as the carrot goes down, that's it. Forks goes, you know, when it hits stones, isn't it? So I didn't bother. So so carrot cakes with the carrots, beetroot brownies, the courgettes, another one, courgette cake.
Yeah.
And that. I did one this week. I was being a bit. Just chopped up a courgette and you mix it with parmesan and some breadcrumbs and paprika. You dip it in oil and then air fry it for 20 minutes. You've got courgette chips.
Lovely.
Very
Wow.
healthy.
I keep looking for different courgette recipes because my family hate them.
Yeah, so do I'm not that keen, but that'll work. That works.
Yeah.
It's the healthy side, like, but it's yeah, it's different kinds of. You can grate them up and make balls out of them with the parmesan and that, and then air fry them. The air fryer is it's a beautiful machine.
I love my air fryer. It's
Yeah,
brilliant.
Have you done the?
I got 3.
Oh wow!
All ninja.
Chopped and air fried radish tastes like potato chips. Apparently.
Does it?
Ooh.
Yeah, I saw somebody doing that the other day on Instagram. Literally just slice them, bit of oil in the air fryer, 10 minutes. It's like potato
Crisps.
Yeah,
Radish crisps.
Yeah, just making crisps. Yeah.
Emily Collins Jury has just said, I wish they would do a gluten-free week of Bake Off.
Yeah, they did do a vegan week back the season 12, I remember, because for Freya, she's on top of all that now. She does all the vegan. She brought out a book, and but yes, it's a big thing now.
Massive, isn't it? Absolutely
a lot.
massive.
It is massive. It's a big thing. Gluten-free and vegan and everything.
Yeah.
It is.
And the majority of gluten-free, we've got a couple of friends who are proper, gluten. They're celiac, so they can't.
Yeah.
Full stop, I even say sometimes, I'm gluten intolerant because I get a bit of an upset stomach occasionally. But that's it. You cannot have it, or that's it. You've had allergic reaction.
Yeah.
And when they buy it, it's absolutely awful. You can't. Any gluten-free stuff is just like cardboard. It's horrible.
The pastry. Yeah, I'm not too keen on the pastry, but another Becky Excel. She's a gluten-free author and cook, baker, and her book is brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
So any gluten-freers out there is that celiacs. That's the lady to go to, Becky Excel. She just bought out an air fryer book.
We've got a pizza oven, so we do pizzas and things, and she had to bring her own bases round.
Yeah.
And they were absolutely like frisbees. It's terrible.
Yeah. It's
no point even having them.
Yeah, I think some of the pastries a bit. Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Because you can buy it ready rolled, and I thought, bloody hell, this is bad.
Oh, Jenny's celiac. Know that.
It's not fun. I wish I could eat. Yes, I agree. Because when you go out to a restaurant, there isn't a lot of options.
I bet that's an absolute nightmare to try and get something.
It is. Yeah, there is. I went to a place this last weekend, and everything had a good gluten-free option, and that was a farm shop. But yeah, it is a bit of all you can eat is steak and chips or something. That's all.
Not the worst thing in the world.
But you can only eat so much steak.
But sometimes Lou even has to ask about the chips, because if they're frozen chips and they're brought in, a lot of them are coated.
Yeah.
Pre-cooked and coated and then put in the fryer, so she can't even have that. If they're potatoes cooked fresh, that's fine. But
a proper celiac, and that's the trouble. Because the other thing, because I've got a huge kitchen and it's all been customized to do baking and everything, and I've got to put a warning saying there might be cross contamination. I'm very careful, because I don't do wheat baking and gluten-free baking in the same day. So I get it all, cleaned off and everything. But everything's separated. Me flour, me gluten-free flour is in 2 rooms away from the flour.
yeah.
But yeah, it is a big thing. And I think it's what we eat that's brought it on.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's food intolerances are all down to what is in normal food, and it's the same with
never heard of this 50 years ago. You know, the 60s, you never heard of gluten free.
No,
it was all meat and 2 veg.
It was.
So yeah, experimenting with that one.
Yeah. What's that mean, Marc? Sorry, Carole. What's that mean? Is that people want to come in?
Yeah, I don't think there actually is. Sometimes it just comes up.
Oh, right, okay. Sorry, I think there's something come up on Marc's screen, but I've never seen it before.
Netflix love. All right, yeah.
Back to your garden a bit then, because that's obviously what we should be talking about.
Yeah.
Through the garden gate and all that.
Yeah, I had I was inspired because I missed you at the Hampton Court Flower Show, didn't I?
I can't believe we missed you.
Yeah,
I can't believe it.
Ridiculous.
Your pigeons landed on my umbrella. Go away. Yeah, I was inspired there. It was got some nice plants and that.
Yeah.
What gets me is the people walk around with their little trolleys, and so like, you just fall into them.
They're everywhere, aren't they?
Yeah.
Turn around and end up getting a ride.
Yeah, yeah.
But
yeah, some smashing plants there.
Yeah, some nice gardens. Really nice.
And they were quite cheap, really. You know, from a good garden centre, it wouldn't. You know, the prices was very, very competitive.
I preferred Hampton to Tatton.
Yeah.
Tatton, I didn't rate Tatton too much. You know, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't nothing on Hampton Court.
I was hoping to bump into some celebrities. I thought they might be there on press day, but they all came on the second day.
We saw a few, didn't we?
We saw Brian May.
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah, we saw a few.
Oh, Brian May was there. Oh, blimey.
Yeah.
They're all hiding in Anya's garden.
Anya's garden, right in the middle. There's the garden. They had a bit of some dinner and drink and stuff. Yeah. The cameras were.
I was going to try and do Chelsea next year. What animal?
Well, yeah, I love Chelsea. That's spoilt me because every other show I go to now, I compare it to Chelsea, and I just love Chelsea.
You don't get the show gardens anywhere else like Chelsea.
No,
it's the pièce de résistance.
Of course,
I've never been.
Well, next year.
Next year, hopefully.
Yeah, definitely.
Is this what annual flowers can we plant for colour now for this August, September? Sometimes you can do it in six weeks, isn't it? Some of it.
What we say, plant? Are we talking about sowing seeds?
Oh yeah, I'm going to say, is that seed or plant? Yeah. I mean, if you go to a garden centre now, they are selling off their old bedding plants and stuff. They are, you know, getting rid of because they're gearing up for the autumn, aren't they? Sadly.
I shouldn't think. Would you get anything out now? What zinnias? Zinnias are quite late, aren't they?
You might just get them in if depending on what the weather does. I mean, if we keep with this nice warm, you'll get things germinating quite quickly.
Yeah. Going say like these calendula, they'll flower up and flower quite quick. You see, candy tuft, anything like that.
Yeah.
Anything quick.
Cornflowers, maybe.
On a garden centre, you might get Rebecca. Yeah. There's a lot of Rebecca right at the moment because we're selling Rebecca. But yeah, I bought some petunias because there was only like buy one pack get one free, so it's they're only just getting rid of their surplus now. Cheap.
Yeah. I never ever think about getting bedding.
No, this year I've tried to avoid buying any bedding, and I've tried to grow everything. And I got some seeds from Higgledy Garden, and all of those have been absolutely fantastic. I got a Gadisha, which I've never grown before, and I grow that every year now because it is absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
I have such problems growing cosmos.
Oh, no problem here.
It just gets
love cosmos.
eaten every year for me, but Gadisha, bugs don't touch it, and they've got so many flowers on them.
I might try that. Try them.
Yeah, definitely.
Because last year I had hollyhocks, lavateria, sunflowers, but not the big major ones. The ones that was multi-headed, all up through there, and it was like a blaze of colour. And I got a thing to delphiniums. Love delphiniums. And lupins, all the cottage garden stuff. Whereas when I was younger, I was all into hardy exotics, like all the palm trees. I'd go through collections. I'd collect all bamboos, or I'd collect hostas, or poppies, or palm trees, bananas, And I think my son's taking it over now because in his garden, he's only got a little garden, but all the stuff he's got in there, all the palm trees, olives, ricinus, or the castor oil plant.
Yeah,
Because he had me grow, I grew a load and he sowed them on like. But yeah, that's a lot of people like that. Some hardy exotics. It's a shame they don't like really overwinter.
no.
But in years to come, they might. With our
Getting milder
Getting there, isn't it? I know we shouldn't be, championing it, but it's happening.
yeah,
I think the problem is we get so much wet in the winter now, and that sort of thing's not going to like being wet, even if it's mild.
yeah,
The
No,
moisture won't help.
no,
no.
no. It's just wet and like we just have to have a bog, won't we?
That's the thing that we noticed at Hampton. There was lots of like, what were they called? The resilient gardens.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're
Everywhere.
all geared towards being dry, and we've had such a wet year.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah. But it's
Well,
you've got to think rainforest weather, rainforest plants.
but that's because the last few years we've had the highest temperatures, but
Yeah,
only for short periods of time. But we've had the longest, wettest bloody
Wet.
spring and summer I've ever known.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to go back next week. I know it's going to be warm, but I see the temperature's going back to like 21. So, they're summer again. But when the kids go back to school in September down here, that's when it starts getting nice
Yeah.
again.
I think that's the only thing we can hope, because summer didn't start so late.
keep
Maybe
slugs off my plants.
that'll extend a bit longer, hopefully.
Yeah.
A nice Indian summer.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
how do you keep slugs off your plants? Oh my God, it's been chronic this year for slugs.
Pick them up and chuck them.
Yeah. The garlic, boil up some garlic, spray, and then dilute it. There's one on the market that I bought, and I can't remember what it's called. It begins with A. It's quite dear, but that worked as a feed and a slug killer.
Yeah.
But I started it on my hostas. They loved it. Everything was looking fine. Great big hostas. And then overnight, they just got eaten. This is the trouble. As soon as it rains, whatever you put on your plants,
it washes it all off, doesn't it?
washes it off.
Yeah.
And of course, you can put your copper around the pots, and I think they're eggshells. Anything gravel, I think they harden their feet up now because they go across gravel.
They do. That's
Yeah.
ridiculous, isn't it?
Yeah.
Absolutely ridiculous. I've seen. I touch wood. I haven't been too bad here. Right at the beginning of the season, I got decimated for a little while, but since it started drying up, I again touch wood. I haven't seen any. But you see people on Instagram, and they're just crawling over the eggshells, over copper, over. You think, oh, what's the point?
Yeah, mutant slugs.
The only thing I found that they really won't go near is cinnamon. Speaking of baking, they hate cinnamon.
Really?
Yeah, I've started putting cinnamon around the top of any plant, like new plants that I'm putting in, doing a little circle around the plant. And then even after that rains, that smell is going to be in the soil.
Yeah.
Because it's quite
try that.
strong. So yeah, that's what I've been trying the last few weeks, and it seems to be working.
Is
really
it?
well,
So even after you've watered and rained?
And I've put them around my dahlias. All my dahlias. I say all my dahlias. 2 pots of dahlias have just been, every time any little shoots come up, they've had them off. But I've put cinnamon around the tops now, and they've started to grow.
Right.
Oh wow.
So cinnamon is the way forward.
Right, I've got a bit of that.
which you've probably got quite a bit of.
Yeah. I'll try that. I've got a great big pot of it. Yeah.
But it's all right if it will stay after it's rained, but you can't be putting cinnamon every other bloody day.
No, it's more about getting young plants to a stage where they're resilient.
We can cope with it.
Yeah, when they don't want
to make much damage.
No.
It's just getting them to that mature stage.
Yeah.
Putting it around the worst 2 dahlias. Yeah. Yeah, they love dahlias. What did I buy in the Etta?
Rue. What's rue, Joe? Won't go near my rue.
Rhubarb?
Rhubarb.
Won't go near
Not
rhubarb.
Rupert the bear?
Should lemon trees be kept indoors or outside? Well,
depending on where you are.
Yeah, depending
outside
on
where you are. Outside at the minute, they're right, aren't they?
Yeah, outside at the minute, but bring them in for the winter. but somewhere nice and
Oh,
light
it's a herb.
and warm. It's a herb.
It's a herb, Joe.
Rue.
I've never heard of it. And they don't like it. Maybe we should be making a rue spray or something.
Planting the rue everywhere.
Yeah.
Because they definitely don't mind the onions this year.
No.
Whereas usually the onions keep them away, but don't care this year.
No, they're definitely they're out in force.
Yeah, in my potatoes. I don't know if it's slug damage or worm damage or what it is, because it's got dry again, and of course they're going into anything with moisture, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Joe just said they were in her garlic when she harvested the garlic.
Yeah,
they were
in
inside.
and they're into the tomatoes too. I've noticed a few damaged ones.
Oh God, don't say that.
They had a few of mine on.
Well, it's either that or I get pheasants here, and of course they're landing on the fences going, we'll have some of that. Get a lot of like pheasants and partridges and that.
Yeah, I get pheasants, partridge, rabbits, deer. Look, there's 50 million rabbits down there.
I don't get much rabbits. I used to get one, but not as much now. The old badger.
Yeah.
And that bloody heron the other day.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw that on your stories.
Yeah. That was
Absolutely
heartbreaking.
horrendous.
I'd only just got back from hospital with me hip, and my husband was shouting like, "What? The fish on the lawn!" And I'm like, "I can't move." They used to get the seagulls sit on the roof and look, and then just go in, and they just dive bomb like a heron will stand, whereas a seagull will go like that. And we always worried that they're going to puncture the liner, and they do that.
But you got mesh over it, wasn't there?
Yeah,
mesh over
there is now. Yeah, but they do try and it's just unsightly. I hate having nets on ponds.
Yeah, I know. It's awful, isn't it? On a couple of people who've got ponds, and I just think, what's the point in having it if you've got to cover it all up?
Yeah, exactly. And they did eat, that heron did have the big fish. Took some nice, we've had them years.
Yeah.
Poor thing. But it likes to be pets.
I know, horrendous, isn't it? Absolutely horrendous.
Yeah. So yeah, that's wildlife, right? Oh, we get some, like I said, deer, but they don't come in the garden.
Yeah, we get monkjack.
Yeah.
Yeah, bloody. Oh. Can't have anything. If there's no fence around there, anything with a bit of colour, that'll have them gone.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I told them.
They don't like yellow. They won't eat daffodils. They don't like yellow.
Don't they? I've had them in snap peppers. Yeah. I've only grown peppers once last year. Those were nice big peppers. But again, I kind of like, because of the, I couldn't move much and do things. That March, April, May is the prime time for seed sowing and pricking out and planting and doing everything. So I kind of missed out this year.
Yeah. Nice. So what's your plans next year then? If you're going to be a bit more mobile next year, now you're fixed up.
Yeah, I'm going to start with this, start doing the raised beds and that, and do something with this. Well, my husband was a hot tub down there, but they're running a hot tub these days. But yeah, we're going to jiggle it about and put some planters there and do a thing of concrete and then put pebbles in that to make a nice floor, and maybe just use that as a cooking area, but and another seating area. But it's. I did think of a tub. The only thing is maybe get one of those Swedish ones that you just burn the wood
burner.
Yeah,
they're brilliant.
Yeah.
Nice.
And you could just have it there, and you got all the view to have a dip.
Waste a lot of time looking over there.
Yeah.
Surprised you get any gardening done, to be honest.
It is. It's very therapeutic here, especially when the tractors and that, when they start harvesting and that. 24 hours a day, you can hear them in the night.
Well, yeah, we're surrounded by fields. It's constant, isn't it? Once they get going.
It is. It's remarkable how they do it, because they've got all that like sat nav on it, and
lights.
you know, cameras and
They don't
things.
even have to drive it anymore. It
Yeah.
does it all for them.
Yeah, it's like remarkable.
Yeah. So you raise
But,
beds. Are they going to be for your veg garden?
yeah. I
And
think
are they you're going to be sleepers or?
I don't know. Apparently, my son looked at the prices and everything, and there's only a couple of quid difference really, but the 6x2s are a bit longer.
Yeah.
What's this, Carole? Have you ever made any shortbread biscuits with pressed flowers or a cake? You've got a lot of pretty. No, I've not. I tell you, the only closest I've been with is growing violas. Because my daughter used to have a wedding catering company, and I used to grow all these violas and be harvesting them on a Friday for her to be using them to decorate plates and that on the Saturday.
Yeah.
And I could be picking a good couple of thousand. So all these mangers, everything was covered in violas. Very pretty, very pretty. But yeah, that's the closest really to eating flowers.
Yeah.
I've got to think. Yeah.
You do see them, didn't they? Pressed in the side of cakes and things.
Yeah. And of course on I can't say it. Italian bread, focaccia.
Focaccia.
See, I can't say my words. You can use a lot of stuff there, you know, your herbs and that, your chives and bits of onion and whatever, and flowers and that, and decorate it like that. But
I was just about to say nasturtiums for cakes, but that was completely the wrong taste, didn't they?
yeah,
Peppery.
a bit untidy, but yes, you can eat them.
Yeah, I love them. I absolutely love them. I don't think they go.
and courgette flowers, of course.
Courgette flowers, yeah.
Courgette flowers. There's quite a few out there, really. Chive flowers. Yes, I love to use.
Totally
rosemary. Yes.
Like tangerine.
Hello, Sophie.
No.
Very lovely. What's that? But yeah,
rosemary on focaccia. Yeah, definitely. That's the one, isn't it?
Yeah,
Classic.
yeah. There's something that I can't eat. Look, because it's got well, I might have to try and do that gluten free.
Gluten free, yeah.
Do a gluten free one.
Would it be the same?
No, definitely not.
We did try to do some gluten free pizza bases once, but the flour is just really strange. It wouldn't work. It just went all like.
Dove does a good one. Dove does a good blend now. Was it Dove Be Free or something? And as long as you put in that little bit of xanthan gum to bind it.
Oh right, yeah.
That xanthan gum, and what else? A little bit of bicarb on some of it. But yeah, it's like I said, that Becky Excel. She explains it all, and like really simply too. She's very, very good author.
I'll have to have a look at her, see what she's saying.
Yeah. That's Sophie. She was in one of the seasons before me.
Oh, was she?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, lovely.
She lives in Wales.
Welsh?
Welsh Wales.
Oh, Wales. Ah, yeah.
She's Welsh.
I can see the sun going down behind you just about, is it?
We get some really good, it's gone now, sunsets. Yeah, we get some really, really good sunsets.
Yeah.
Well, it's going now. But yeah,
good in the autumn.
They are beautiful. And you
I
get all like the cloud in that. So my husband's always running out with the camera just as it goes down. And,
another sunset picture and another sunset picture.
Yeah. I call him David Bailey. Just another one.
What's next on the horizon for you then, Carole?
Not a lot. It comes in fits and fabs. I've got a contract on Instagram for a brand that's doing my head in. But I've been doing reels for them, but they go on every so often. And I've got a couple of food festivals this year, and
Is that live appearances?
Yeah.
Like talking on stage?
yeah, cooking on stage and in that, and it's just stuff that just crops up.
Yeah.
But like I said, like the new bakers will be out in September, so you could step back again,
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah, I mean,
yeah, and I got stuff here locally to do and that. Oh, I got a gardening talk next month.
Oh wow.
Don't know what I'm going to talk about, but for a local gardening group.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've got to prepare myself for that one.
That'd be good.
But yeah, I just waffle on, don't I?
That's the best way. It's the best way. Every week we sit here and waffle. Well, I sit here. Marc sits about 80 miles that way.
Yeah, it's been quite entertaining.
Yeah, it's been really good.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. I've been looking forward to it all week.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So do you compost, Carole?
I do compost. I've got 2 compost bins down there, and I've got really empty them. Cause last year I opened it up to chuck some in, and I thought it was a dead cat. It was a huge rat. It was dead, and it was just lying on the top. So
Oh dear.
I think it's the next door neighbour. They got a lot of rabbits, pet rabbits, because they rescued them. And I think because of rabbits and that, you always going to have, especially around, there's always going to be garden rats, aren't there?
Yeah.
There's always. Yeah, when we moved in here, there was rats about, because they used to feed the birds off the tree, and used to see the rats. But now we've got a cat, you don't get a rat. So this rat on the top of this compost bin. So I've got a lot of is it grottia, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Grottia, the whole box on this rat. Watered it. That's it. Put the lid down for months.
The compost didn't do the job.
Yeah, so eventually, maybe the autumn when I do empty it all and put it out on the garden, I might find a few bones.
Compost is not vegan friendly.
No. But yeah, I did.
Are they the black Dalek type compost bins?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big. Well, yeah. No, they're that. Yeah, you got to put them. You got to really empty it all out, lift it up, and then just take it out. Yeah.
You've got that little door in the front there, but you can't get anything out of it.
That's right. Yeah. But last year, last autumn, my neighbour up the road, they got some horses, so we used just obliterated everything in pony poo.
Yeah.
And it's like that deep everywhere of organic matter. Of course, the birds loved it during the winter, didn't they? They're raking it everywhere, finding the worms and stuff. So everything, all the paths got covered in bleeding shite.
That's why your squashes and courgette are doing so well.
Yes, yeah. It's it's good up here because you're on a hill. It dries out quicker and it'll crack because all the your nutrients is running down the hill. So it's a good moisture layer.
Yeah.
Keep it all you know what I mean. I forget what I'm saying.
Oh, fantastic. I've really enjoyed it.
Yeah,
Absolutely
yeah.
Enjoyed it. It's been really good fun.
Yeah, I'll come back next year if you want.
Yeah, definitely. Why not? Go on. Absolutely love it.
Come back on our second birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
should we make that a date, your second birthday?
Yeah, I didn't realise it was your birthday.
Yeah.
It was this time last year.
1 year. Well, it was the 1st of August, wasn't it?
1st of August, yes. Yeah. Not quite, but near enough.
Yeah.
Amazing. It all goes.
Garden.
So we like to end with a lightning round, Carole, if you'll indulge us.
Oh, you didn't tell me about this.
Nice, simple questions. You've just got to answer with the first thing that comes to your mind.
Oh, God.
So here we go. Tea or coffee?
Tea.
Excellent. Flowers or edibles?
Edibles.
Beach or forest?
Forest.
And on a text message, what's your go-to emoji?
Smiley face.
Always.
Classic.
Yeah.
If you could have one snack for the rest of your life, what would it
Oh,
be?
crisps. I'm a crisp monster.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a good one.
Favourite variety of crisp?
Oh,
Or just all?
cheese. Yeah, all of it. Cheese and onion.
All of them?
Everything. Yeah, everything. I don't mind.
Dog or cats?
I got a cat, but I am a dog person.
Yeah.
And it ain't fair. I want a dog, but I can't. It's not fair on it at the moment if I'm here and there and everywhere.
Yeah.
Dog person at heart.
Yeah.
Finish the sentence. My perfect day would be.
Oh, my perfect day would be doing nothing.
I thought it would be baking things that I've grown in the garden.
No.
No.
No. Definitely not.
Sitting, looking at that view.
Yeah, in a hot tub.
Doing
Followed by
nothing.
logs.
Sat here. And
Sowing seeds or potting on?
oh, sowing seeds.
Well, most people go
Yeah,
potting on,
most
don't
people
they?
Yeah.
put it on.
Sowing seeds. I like propagation.
Yeah. Spring or summer?
Spring. May. Love May.
And today's favourite plant?
Today's favourite plant.
Yeah.
Oh, agapanthus.
Yeah, they're looking good at the moment.
Mm.
And one especially for you, cakes or gardening?
Yeah, gardening. Sorry, gardening.
Compost Carole at heart.
Yeah. You can take her out the kitchen.
You'll have to drag her out the
Yeah.
garden.
Yes,
Yeah,
brilliant.
definitely.
Oh, thanks ever so much, Carole.
Yes,
Thank
it's
you for
been
your time.
a pleasure.
Yeah, it's been great fun. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
See you later.
Bye.
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 He's gone. Oh, brilliant. Love that.
There we go. That's
Oh.
Compost Carole.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Brilliant to hear some of the behind the scenes of Great British Bake Off.
100 people in there. That was ridiculous.
You never would have thought all those people.
I have sat there and thought, well, there must be a camera for each person.
I
Because
often
they're
wonder
all
who they're
doing it.
talking to as well, because they often just talk, but they've obviously been asked a question, but
Yeah.
they just come out with it. So I've
Yeah.
often wondered whether there was like people.
So it's good editing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
amazing.
Oh, it's really good. Yeah.
But yeah, what an experience to have gone through that. It's something that you'll always have, won't you?
Tough. It's not easy, is it?
No.
Obviously, tough to get into it
Especially
to start
when-
with, and then actually while you're there.
And when she did it, it was COVID time, so
Oh,
you'd have
even
had all
worse.
all the stress of that, of isolating and all
Yeah.
living in the same place for however long it
Wow.
took it to do it, all that sort of stuff.
Oh, that was really good. I enjoyed that. Really enjoyed that. Yeah, I saw her. Did you see her heron? The heron. on
Yeah,
the
I did. I
pond?
go over her head.
God. Yeah. No, but that decimated her pond, didn't it?
Yeah,
Bloody
herons.
things.
We've got two at work. Every morning I drive into work. There's a heron sat on the boathouse fishing, and I always thought they were quite territorial, but we have two, so they're obviously not that bothered by each
Well,
other.
that's always say you get that plastic one,
Yeah.
another one wouldn't come.
I should stop it, but no, I don't think they've obviously got wise to that. Like,
Mm.
you're plastic, mate. Then it moves.
You've been there for 3 weeks.
Or an owl. That tends to be another thing people do. Put an owl figure. 'cause they're worried about the owls.
Yeah.
Herons are huge. Can't imagine an owl messing with a heron.
No, definitely not.
Definitely not.
God. Wow, that was brilliant. From my plot. Can that spin around there? Da-da-da.
Dead sunflower.
Dead sunflower there. my big bunch of sunflowers. They're all self-sown from last year. I haven't planted a single sunflower.
It's not your artichokes, is
No, artichokes are over there.
it?
Definitely not, no. Yeah.
Back
Right.
to us.
Thanks, ladies and gents.
Thanks for everyone.
I'm going to give Mark a little quick tour around my garden.
Have a tour, and then I've got to drive back
You
to
can
Lincolnshire.
drive all the way home again.
It's a shame it's not 20 minutes because, you know, I'm into Lincolnshire in 20 minutes, but then I've got another
You've got
hour
to
to
yeah.
get home again.
So,
Yeah, lovely.
thanks ever so much, everybody.
Thanks,
We'll
everyone.
see you next week.
Bye.
See you later.
Thank you for listening to Through the Garden Gate.